I have a Blip TV show called Silicon Beach Episodes that I began many years ago to pull the technology scene together in Southern California. I've met some amazing people along the way, and as I have been asked why I choose certain people to interview, my answer's always been they're just heart-centered people. Well, what does that mean, Jude? I'm like, well, I interview them because they're looking at technology to do something socially good in the world, something good for the economy. And as corny as it sounds, these people are actually adding up and they're actually doing some amazing things. So we began the Heart-Centered Technology Awards. And these are awards that we're going to hand out to people doing amazing social good in the technology scene. And tonight we have some amazing recipients of the award. What they're going to do is get their award, and in a couple of weeks, they have to pass their award off to somebody else. Someone they choose who's just as amazing, doing something incredible in tech in the world.
It was absolutely epic to start Heart-Centered Tech Leadership Awards with somebody that actually saves lives.
The belief in running a company where having a sense of purpose and treating people well takes precedent over short-term net profit. We still love profits. We understand that profits are necessary to be able to continue to do good things. But the difference between a heart-centered technology leadership run organization and one that is not is that people are important. And it's not just for good's sake. It's actually good business.
Ryan McMahon represents the pay it forward principle as much as anybody I've ever known in my life.
I was hard-nosed for the first 15 years of business. And the only thing that it really taught me was that most business people are led by their ego.
I thought Santa Monica was this tough, hard place where to be successful in business, you needed to be really hard, you needed to do it all on your own. And we came in and we thought, if we can just bring mentorship in, and we can ask for help, and we can say there are areas of business that we can both help in and we can get help, how successful would that be?
This is Laura, and she does so much for the Santa Monica community, so much for the chamber. I can't think of a single person who deserves this award and deserves to get the recognition of the community for just being a star in the life of anyone looking to develop the local community.
After dinner the other day, there was almost 400 people in that room. Lenny was the heart of that event. Everywhere you walked in that room, everyone talked about how much they loved that guy.
At the end of the day, it's not how much we have, but really how much do we give? Because it comes back to us tenfold. And I truly believe that in the tech community, there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there giving everything they have. They've mortgaged their houses, they've maxed out their credit cards, they have absolutely no dollars coming in. And they're working because they're passionate about an idea. And my job is to help them find that funding, to help them build that network, to help them meet all of you so they can be successful. And that's my great pleasure in watching them succeed.
Rich is a tech guy, product management guy, he's a developer, he's a UX guy, but more importantly, he's a human guy.
Heart-centered leadership, it's about having commitment to principle that's just a little bit greater than your own ego, and you'll be fine.
When you volunteer, your initial thought is this is going to be great for my resume, this is going to be great for my business, it's going to get me leads and all that. And it can't really be about that. Because what happens is your motivation just gets off. It's got to be about the audience, it has to be about content, and it's got to be about bringing that value. You know, that always has to come first.
It's my pleasure to pass on this award to Scott. We founded our law firm. It was central to our philosophy and our view that we were taking a long-tail approach, and we were going to do what's right for the community and help the community and help build the tech community.
Heart-Centered Tech represents the kind of glue that's necessary in a startup ecosystem that exists in Silicon Valley in all kinds of areas, but is only now sort of being implemented in Los Angeles, in the Los Angeles tech community. And it's those kinds of things that are going to pull the community together and make it grow and make it valuable.
It's about people who lead, and you lead by example. So it's with great pleasure that I give the award to Ellie Eisenberg.
When you help others and you give away advice, eventually it comes back to you in spades.
It feels good to be able to help young people, entrepreneurs, get from one step to the next step. And in my case, I do it by giving financial advice.
this. I love being part of the local tech community. I love being able to share my years of experience and knowledge.
A desire to contribute to make a difference in the community. With incredible pleasure, I am going to hand over the Hart Center Tech Award.
It's not just about money, it's not just about fame, it's not about any of that kind of stuff. It's about community, it's about other people, it's about giving back. And so my interest has always been in how can we make Southern California, Los Angeles, the best place in the world for technology. And I would argue that we are now one of the top markets in the world for starting a company.
We actually started with 2 leadership awards, one for the men and one for the women. And we gave the award to Esprit Devorah for her passionately driven leadership and her influence in the tech community.
Please join me in honoring Esprit Devorah.
So years ago, I considered myself, I always thought of myself as a hippie capitalist because I was super into business, but I was super into loving people. That we can be successful and have integrity. So I created the Nice Guys Do Finish First in Business series, and I would interview financially successful entrepreneurs who I knew personally, who had extremely high morals and integrity, and I felt so proud to know them and to learn from them. And I continue every day to want to unite people, and that's why I created We Are LA Tech, because I think that we could gain so much more by growing together than competing. We're all winners. We all just won in tandem, right? And think about it, if I'm winning, if you're winning, if we're all winning together, we are that much more powerful. Yeah. So I want to give it to Cameron, who co-founded this amazing co-working space called Co-Loft. Co-Loft became one of the most successful co-working spaces in Santa Monica.
Heart-centered leadership is all about leading with the right intentions and doing things for the greater good, not being selfish, always giving, and in turn you know that it'll come back to you. It's community building, it's believing, and it's passion, and it's all these things and all these great things that you put out there, and the universe in turn brings it right back to you. I honestly don't know of anybody else who leads the way he does, purely 100% from the heart, always the best intentions, and always for all the good reasons, and I love him. So, to you.
Heart-centered leadership is believing that if you do what feels right, everything else will fall into place, and living it and sharing it with other people.
The energy is just contagious. Every time I meet him, just over the top, just always working on so many things, inspiring people, bringing people together, helping high schoolers code, helping techies get exercise. I'm so lucky to have met him.
We run a nonprofit. We go high school to high school and we teach kids how to program. And so hackathons have become kind of like the lowest barrier to entry into computer science. And so it doesn't matter whether you have no coding experience, you don't have a laptop, just come through and hang out with us. And so even kids that have disabilities come through, and it's one of those things where you give a person such power and such confidence in themselves and their own abilities that it changes the world. And when you see that in a person and you look in their eyes, you know that you're looking into their hearts. And when a person tells you that, thank you for not giving up on me at the end of the day, that's when you know that you're doing something that's coming from the heart.
I'm gonna give this to Anne from Andrew.
Thank you guys so much for having this here. That's just amazing. That tech has so much power to really revolutionize how this generation thinks about what they do in their everyday.
This award is massively humbling for us, and I could not have done this without my co-founder Jessica, who's not here with me, but is literally 90% of building Enru.
We're shamelessly building community by making heroes out of people doing wonderful things in the world. That's the heart-centered technology.